Cover the earth before the earth covers you, gentlemen. Lawrence of Asia coming at you once again here from Seoul, South Korea. And isn't it true that most of us live lives of silent desperation, just waiting to live? 안녕하세요. Walking around here in my neighborhood, just leaving Starbucks. It's a quiet early morning. Hit the gym early. Gentlemen, get out, travel, live, because we are domesticated from a very, very early age, made to fit in a system that does not benefit or balance out with our true nature. Our true nature is to move, to thrive, to explore, to adventure. Especially as men, we have testosterone in our veins. And did you know, gentlemen, that the men who explored the most, who went the furthest, who kept going, who didn't stop moving, tend to have more testosterone in their veins? It's true. Keep moving, keep living, gentlemen. Get the sun on your body. Get out there and explore. Gentlemen, this is my gym here. I live there in the penthouse on the top floor. And I've been traveling the world for the last 16 years. And humbly speaking, I am a success. So I'm location independent now for the last 16 years. These days, I've got 3 children. Just had the birth of my young son, Hollis Francis. And life's beautiful, life's challenging, but it's always going to be challenging, right? Going to always have difficulties, challenges that come, right? But ultimately, my message is to get out and explore, to go travel the world, because the domestication that we have, that we've been, I say indoctrinated into, but it's not indoctrination. It's that just we've simply been forced into from a young age. It does not serve us, gentlemen. And we all crave for the open, wild frontier. And that's what has allowed me the degree of self-development that I've had. Gentlemen, here's my car. Let me just show you all. Here's my car here in South Korea. I'm in the parking garage. We're just gonna jump in the car and get going. So the most beneficial thing I've ever done in my life was answering the call to travel, to let go of all material possession, to let go of even the relationship I was in. I loved the girl. I absolutely loved Maria Isabel Arrosco Acosta Lawrence. I did. I loved her. But something deep, deep, deep in my heart of hearts, in my soul, beckoned me to let it all go and travel the world. And that's just what I did. And I did not know if that was the correct thing to do. I felt it was, but I really did not know. And I had many people cautioning me, is this really what you want to do? Are you sure about this? And I honestly didn't know, even after I started traveling, even after I had the synchronicities and the magic of life and I felt fully alive, I still didn't know if it was the right move, because it was just so incredibly challenging. I was hitchhiking with people, and I had very little money, but I came to realize that was the best decision and the biggest life-altering decision of my entire life, that had the greatest benefit to me and allowed for so much challenge, yet so much self-development. And I wish for the same for all of you, gentlemen. Pardon the beeping, I gotta put my seatbelt on. I wish the same for all you gentlemen. If I was to be in a one-on-one conversation with you, inevitably, whenever I'm in a one-on-one conversation with anyone or even groups of people, the conversation always leads back to the idea and me encouraging folks to travel. And for young men, it's that idea, it's that whole idea of minimalism and going out and traveling. It's been the most rewarding aspect. Now, you don't need a lot of money to do this. You can camp. Me, myself, I traveled, I hitchhiked, right? From San Francisco to Yosemite National Park. And I stayed for free. I would take my hammock down before the rangers would come around at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I would have already taken my camping hammock down. So I didn't want to pay the $5 to camp. It's like, I'm saving my money. So, I had less than $3,000 and I intended on traveling for over a year, right? So you've got to budget. You got to be wise with your money. Anyway, it was the richest time of my life, and it still is. These days I have a thriving business. I have 18 Airbnbs. I've got another business in the States as well. I've had for over 10 years. And, but the most incredible and most rewarding experience was that first couple of years traveling, especially those first 6 months or so. I was hitchhiking, like I said. Not spending the money there, and then I was camping, and then when I wasn't camping, I would stay with people that I had met, and I'd be in a town, say Flagstaff, Arizona, for 5-10 days, staying with some new friends who are like, you can just stay as long as you want, you can crash on the couch, and inevitably I would continue traveling, hitchhike through all of Mexico, later down into Guatemala, later I moved to Japan, and all of Southeast Asia, and all of Asia, right? I was just going to say, hostels, gentlemen, you can often stay in hostels outside of the States. Europe is a bit more expensive, but Southeast Asia, you can often stay for $5 or even less. You stay in a clean, plush bed, comfortable bed, for a minimal amount of money. $5 to $10, and like I said, even less than that, oftentimes. The flights tend to be the most expensive aspect of travel. Now the thing is, gentlemen, a lot of people fall into this. People are on YouTube, right, or they're on Instagram or whatever, and they think when they travel, it has to be this luxurious thing, right? It needs to be super Instagrammable and super plush, right? Super luxury. That is absolutely retarded. Sorry, guys, but that's absolutely ignorant. The travel is about the experiences that you have, the richness of experience and the interactions that you have with people along the way. It's about the dynamic aspect of life and squeezing the most out of life. And it has little to nothing to do with the quality of your hotel. Now, when you get older, you may want a more comfortable, clean, plush place, private, all that, but it's not necessary, especially in the beginning of travel. When you're in your 20s, guys, even younger. I mean, for my son, I'm going to send him traveling the world by the age of 16, maybe younger. Some of the most dynamic people I've ever met were young 16-year-old kids, that were already worldly and already traveling the world on their own at 16. I met a young British kid. He was 16. I thought, wow, what an incredible young man, So there's nothing that can add to your life more than travel. You say education and degree, right? There's no better education than travel. And you guys know Ty Lopez, right? You guys know Tim Ferriss, right? Both of them would 1,000% agree that what gave them the most benefit, the thing that they did that gave them the most insight, benefit, greatest education they ever had was that of travel. Like, they would not be the people that they are if they had not traveled. Same for me. I would not be the man that I am and be as dynamic, as charismatic, and overall just badass if I, courageous, right? If I had not challenged myself to travel. Nothing will be more rewarding, nothing will be more fulfilling, and nothing will be a better bang for your buck, gentlemen. I can absolutely guarantee it. Now, for me, I love Asia. I love Southeast Asia. I'm in Seoul, Korea now, because this is where we give birth to our children. But there's no place on the planet, in my opinion, that gives you a better bang for your buck, that's also safe, and that caters to travelers. Now, you just don't want to be one of these partiers who's just out there to party. You want to travel with the right mindset, with the right energy, so that whatever place you're going, wherever it is that you find yourself, you are adding to that overall environment. So that place is better off for having you travel through it than it would be if you weren't there. What does that mean, gentlemen? Travel in the state of love and appreciation. If you move through life wherever you are and you have a state of gratitude and appreciation for your life, the breath that you're breathing, and you move through life with that gratitude, it doesn't matter where you are on the planet, your reality will reflect back to you that beauty for the most part. It's not a perfect science, but it is definitely a metaphysical science. And it is a truth, gentlemen. So that's what I have for you. Get out, live, and cover the earth before the earth covers you, gentlemen. God bless. I wish you all the very best. I wish you happiness, success, financial success, love, life, success, and peace in your own hearts, gentlemen. God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.